This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So in the last session, we discussed about that comments, right, and variables, and also we discussed about that naming conventions, right? So today we are going to discuss about that command line arguments. So what do you mean by command line arguments? Command line arguments. So see, when you are running the shell script, okay, so far hello.sh comments user defined variables.sh. While running this shell script, are you passing any arguments? Are you passing any inputs? No, right? Directly we're running sh hello.sh, sh comments, sh user defined variables.sh. Right. So like this we are running. But I have one requirement. Okay. When you are running the shell script, I want to pass some inputs. Okay. So I have one shell script called as db backup.sh. db backup.sh. So what this shell script is going to do? It will take the backup for your database. Name itself suggesting, right? db backup.sh. So it will take the backup for your database. So whatever the database you have hard coded right now, for that particular database, it is going to take the backup. But my requirement is, whatever the database which I am going to pass dynamically for that database, it has to take. Means instead of hard coding the value in this shell script, we have to pass the database. Have to pass the database name. So same shell script, it has to work for multiple databases. So for that one, we are going to pass the DB name. Which database, for which database you want to take the backup. Shell script file name, and you are passing as a one input as a database name. And so after taking the database, okay, you can store the database into one particular location. So pass that location also, db backup location. Okay, so now you can pass two inputs while running the shell script, so that for this particular database it will take the backup and it is going to store whatever the path you are specifying. Right, see, earlier we were hard coding database name and backup location where you want to store the backup right after taking the backup. So but now whatever the database you are passing and the location for those, for that database and that particular location, it will take these two values dynamically and it is going to work. Right, clear? So earlier we are hard coding. That time this shell script is going to work for that specific database only. But now it is going to work for any database, whatever the database name you are passing dynamically. So command line arguments means while executing shell script, passing the values through command prompt is called as command line arguments. Right. See, here we are passing two arguments when I am running this shell script. Right. So these two arguments we are going to call as command line arguments. So command line arguments is nothing but while running the shell script, okay, while running the shell script, passing the values, okay, is called as command line arguments. Can I pass n number of arguments? Can I pass n number of arguments here? Yes. Okay. It is possible. Right. You can pass n number of arguments, not a problem. But each argument separated by a space. If you don't give the space, if you keep like this one, what will happen? It is going to consider as a one argument. It is going to consider as a one argument. Right. So there is no limitation. You can pass n number of arguments, but separated by a space. Separated by a space. Okay. So now you are passing these arguments while running the shell script. How to get these arguments in your shell script? Very simple. So if you want to get that first argument, $1. So $1, it will give that first argument value, $2, second argument, $3, third argument. So if I want to get that shell script name, what to do? $0. So $0, it will give that shell script name. $1, first argument, $2, second argument, $3, third argument. So right now, if you see here, are we passing any third argument? No. But you are trying to display. So if you want to display value, we'll use the echo command. Echo $0, echo $1, $2, $3. So now you are trying to display a third argument, right? But we are not passing. What will happen? What will happen? Is it going to give an error? No, it is not going to give. It is not going to display anything. It is not going to display anything. Okay, so just it is going to display the blank, nothing. Okay, but we are not going to get the error. But if it is a C, C++, Java, you are going to get some error, right? You are trying to display one variable value, right? If that variable is not there, you will get the error, right? So if you want to display the 10th argument, echo $10. Is it? So if you want to display that 20th argument, like this one. So if you keep this one, what will happen? You know. So it will take that second argument only. It is not going to take the 20th argument. So if it is more than one digit, okay. So if you want to get that particular argument, you have to keep that argument number in the parentheses, flower brackets, right? So dollar, flower bracket open, and specify the number. Yes, $0, it will give the script file name. Clear? So now I want to display number, how many arguments you are passing. That number I want to display. Okay, what to do? See here, how many arguments we are passing right now? We are passing that 2, right? So for that one, we are going to use that echo dollar hash. Dollar hash, it will give that number of arguments. Number of arguments. See right now you are passing the 2 arguments. So if you use the $1 first argument, $2 second argument. So if I want to display all the arguments, echo dollar star, dollar star, it will give that all the arguments. Even dollar at the rate also, it will give that all the arguments. All the arguments. Right. But what is the difference between dollar star and dollar at the rate? Dollar star and dollar at the rate. Dollar star, it will give all the arguments as a one string. Dollar at the rate, it will give all the arguments as a single, as a each argument, all the arguments, okay, it will give each argument as a one string, one string, one, each argument as a one string. Okay, so if you are passing 2 arguments means it is going to give that two strings. But if you use the dollar star, all the arguments as a one string. It will take all the arguments as a one string. Right. So already we know if you are going to run the shell script or if you run any command in the Linux, it is going to display the process ID. It will create a process ID. How to display a process ID? Echo dollar dollar. So dollar it will give that process ID. Girish is asking, sir, we need to give flower brackets only dual argument? Yes. If it is more than one argument, not only dual, if it is more than one argument, that time you have to. Okay. So dollar it will give that process ID, PID, process ID. Okay. So that process ID we are not able to predict dynamically, randomly. It is going to generate one number and it is going to display that one. Right. Next one. I executed one command. This command is executed successfully or not, I want to know. Okay, whether it is executed successfully or not. I want to know that previous command execution status. So for that one, we are going to use that echo dollar question mark. So dollar question mark, it will give that previous command execution status. Previous command execution status. So if the previous command executed successfully, it will give that 0. 0 means success. Right. 1 means not success. So other than 0, remember, other than 0, not success. If it is 0 means success. Right. So here I am keeping that D capital letter. Means date command not found. You will get a error. Date command not found. If you see, just if you type execute, it displayed date. Now if you type, see, you will get that date command not found. Means your previous command executed successfully? No. Right. Now I want to know that my previous command execution status. So to know that the previous command execution status, we are going to use that dollar question mark. Dollar question mark, it will give that your previous command execution status. So in this case, if I execute echo dollar question mark, it is going to give that one error code. See, 127. 127 means standard error code for command not found. Standard error code for command not found. Right. So 0 means success. Other than 0, remember, other than 0, not success. 127 means command not found. Clear? So these are the symbols we are going to use while writing our shell script. So let me write one example on the command line arguments and we'll see how it is going to helpful. Echo cl args dot sh, command line args dot sh. Echo cl args demo. Echo first argument of display that script file name $0. Okay, first argument $1. Second argument $2. Third argument $3. Fourth or 10th argument. Just first we'll see that we'll keep that $10 without keeping in the flower brackets. Let's see what will happen. Number of arguments $#, all the arguments $, all the args $@ process ID $, date command previous command execution status $question mark. Okay, clear? Save it. Now you can run it. See, this is our shell script. Now if I run like this one without passing any arguments, what will happen? So line number 1, it is going to display. Line number 2, it will give that clrx.sh. This is the script name. First argument, what it is going to give? line number 3, 4, 5, 6, and line number 8, 9. It's blank. Yes or no? Because we are not passing any argument. We are not passing any argument. So it will give that error. Right. And line number 7. What is output of line number 7? Even line number. So Vishnath is saying 1. Are we passing any arguments? Kakesh is saying that 3. Are we passing any arguments? We are not passing any arguments. Then how we are going to expect that 1, 3, all these things? It is not going to. It is not going to display anything. Right. Right. So even line number 6, what it is going to display? So Karnagar is saying script name can be counted as one argument. No. No. It is not going to take script name as a first argument. No. So line number 6, it is going to display that 0. Right? Let's see. See, line number 6, 10th argument. It is displaying 0 because it is going to consider first argument. Are we passing any first argument? No. We are not passing any arguments at all. So that's why it is displaying 0. So number of arguments 0 because we are not passing. So all the arguments nothing. Process ID. So it is going to generate the process ID dynamically. And this is the date command output. And the previous command execution status 0. Right? Now let's see. We'll pass that some arguments. DB name. So just some dummy values I'm passing. DB backup location. Hit enter. See here. Number of arguments 2. See here. Number of arguments. How many arguments you are passing? DB name, DB backup location. Right. See, first argument, DB name. Second argument, DB location. Third argument, we are not passing. That's why it is blank. Right. See, 10th argument. 10th argument means it will take first argument, then 0. First argument, then 0. Right. So it is going to be displayed like this one. Right. So now what I will do, I will update the shell script. Instead of 10, I see, just observe the color. Dollar. Okay. Flower bracket open and close. Right. Now if you observe the color, right? Earlier 0 was red. Yes or no? Now save it. Run the shell script. sh shell args.sh db name db backup location. Hit enter. Now see, 10th argument. It is not giving anything. Right. Because we are not passing the 10th argument. Just we are passing only 2 arguments. Now see, previous command executing successfully. That's why it is giving that 0. Now what I will do? I am going to update that one. I am going to update like D capital letter. Save it. sh and you can run the shell script. See, it is giving the error message, date command not found. Previous command execution status is 127. Previous command execution status is 127. Right. So like this, it is going to display. Right. But my requirement is, if you see, even if you are not going to pass any arguments, it is running. Guys, Shashikant is asking what is that 127? N number of times I have specified. I don't know what you are doing, Shashikant. 127 is the standard error code for command not found. Okay. If you see here, even if I'm not passing any arguments for this shell script, it is running. Right. Srini P is asking, do we have to use the echo command? Every command here. If you don't use, it is not going to display. Okay. So $0 is going to use for getting that script name. So if you want to display in the console, we are going to use the command. If you see here, dollar question mark, dollar star and dollar at the rate, it is giving that both arguments as a one string, all the arguments, right? But when it is displaying, you are not going to see any difference, right? So dollar star, it will give all the arguments as a one string, but while displaying, you are not going to see any difference. Okay, but when you are going to give this output as the input to that other command, other script, the parsing logic, getting that input value is different. Okay, so this is very important question. What is the difference between dollar star and dollar at the rate? So dollar star, it will give all the arguments as one string. Dollar at the rate, it will give each argument as a one string. Okay, but while displaying, you are not going to see any difference. But when you are going to use this output as an input to the other command, the parsing logic would be different. Right? So now, if you see, without passing any arguments, it is displaying. It is running the shell script. But my requirement is, if I pass that database name and DB backup location, then only it has to run. So that is my requirement. What to do? So for that one, you have to use one command line argument symbol. Can you see which one we can use? My requirement is, if you pass two arguments like a DB name and DB backup location, then only you have to run that shell script. Otherwise, you don't want to run. That is my requirement. Can you guess which symbol is going to be useful to fulfill our requirement? Yes, Nitin Jan already answered. So use that dollar hash. So already we know dollar hash, it will give that number of arguments. So I'm going to compare currently how many arguments you are passing and how many arguments you are expecting. If number of passing arguments equals to that number of arguments which are you are expecting, if it is equals, then we can run the shell script. Otherwise, you can give a one message. Okay, so currently this is my shell script, right? This one. Now what I am going to do, for the same shell script, I am going to update it. Okay, so here I am going to check the condition. So if you want to check the condition, we are going to use that if else condition. If dollar hash hyphen eq means equals to, then they execute all these commands. Otherwise, else display one message echo. You should pass the two arguments. You should pass the two arguments. Echo uses how to use your shell script. Uses sh. How to get the script name? See, sometimes we are going to rename the shell script. So if you pass that clargs.sh, it is very bad, right? Because you may going to change this shell script name. To get that shell script name dynamically, we are going to use that $0 uses sh shell script name argument 1 argument 2. So like if you want, you can keep that db name, db backup location, like this one, right? So like this. So you have opened that if condition here. We need to close it. So for that one, we are going to use the F5. F5 is a keyword for closing the if condition. Okay, so we started with if. We need to close it. So for that one, we are going to use the F5. Correct. So now just let me execute this one. We'll discuss later about this if else condition in tomorrow class. VA CL args if condition dot sh. Okay, save it. Now if you run this one, CL args if condition dot sh, see what it is saying. You should pass the two arguments. Uses sh CL args if con dot sh db name, like this one. So if you run like this one, definitely it is going to work. Okay, hit the enter. See, it is running now. Right. So guys, here Fi is for closing the if condition. So this is the syntax. So if condition is going to start with if and closing with the Fi. Right. Clear? So guys, this is very, very important. Many times they ask this question. So what are the command line arguments? So what is a dollar star, dollar at the rate, dollar hash, dollar question mark, dollar, right? So here, after asking that question, dollar hash, can you tell me where you are going to use this dollar hash? Can you tell me one scenario where you have used this dollar hash? I have used this dollar hash in the conditional statements. So in the conditional statements. So I have a one requirement. I need to pass two arguments for my shell script as an input. So that time I have used this dollar hash. You can specify like that. So when did you use this dollar question mark? Did you get a chance to use that one? Yes. So I have to install one software called as Maven. So if you want to install a Maven, so Maven is a one build tool, guys. It is a DevOps tool. We'll discuss later. So if you want to install a Maven, first you have to install that the prerequisite software is Java. Java is the prerequisite software to install the Tomcat, Maven, Jenkins, SonarKit, Nexus, and all. Most of the DevOps softwares are developed using the Java. So you should install the Java first. So when I'm trying to install a Maven, I have written a one shell script, assume. So if you want to install a Maven, first you have to check that whether Java is installed or not. So in my shell script, I am executing this command java-version. So if dollar question mark hyphen eq 0, then display the message echo Java already installed. Okay, installing the Maven. So here we are going to keep that Maven installation steps. Else, okay, Java is not installed. Java is not installed. Echo install the Java first, then install the Maven. Okay, so like this you can. So you have to use that F5 for closing the if condition. So many times we are going to use like this one, guys. Clear? So dollar question mark and dollar hash are very important. And when we are discussing about the Git and GitHub, again we are going to use the shell script. There we are going to show you one shell script example end to end how we are going to use in the real time for some requirements. So whatever the requirement I got and whatever the shell script I have developed, I'm going to share with you guys. Okay, so that time in the shell script I was using that this one dollar question mark. Clear? Anybody have any questions, guys, about this command line arguments? Again and again I'm saying command line arguments are very important. At least two or three questions they are going to ask. No questions? Good to go to the other topic. Okay, see here we can specify n number of arguments. There is no limitation. Each argument is separated by space. CNP is asking what will -eq 0 will do. So here what -eq 2 it is going to do. EQ means equals. Okay, so -eq represent that equals. So it is going to check that equals whatever the value you are expecting. Okay, so dollar question mark means previous command execution status. Here previous command is Java. So if the Java is installed means this command is going to execute. So this command is executed means dollar question mark it will give 0. So 0 equals 0 means yes, condition is satisfied. So then it is going to display message. Right. So hyphen LT means so EQ means equal. Not equal means NE. Not equals. Hyphen LT less than. Hyphen LE less than or equals. Less than or equals. Hyphen GT greater than. Hyphen G greater than or equals. Okay. So these are the things you can use instead of these operators. Clear? Okay. So the next topic is string. Sir, already we studied this string in the C language, sir. Hmm? What do you mean by string? Can anybody answer? String is nothing but zero or more characters enclosed in a single or double quotes. A collection of characters enclosed in a single or double quotes. Okay, so string is nothing but zero or more characters enclosed in a single or double quotes. Okay, see here, name is a one variable. For this one, I'm assigning a one value called a string basket, right? So R, you can use it Mithun, and you can specify that Mithun technologies like this one, right? So string is nothing but zero or more characters enclosed in a single or double quotes. Course is equal to DevOps. See here, name is a one string variable, course is a one string variable. Here, if you see that string, you can enclose with the double quotes or single quotes. But in the Java, you should enclose with the double quotes only. You should enclose with the double quotes only. Then only it is going to work. But in the shell script, it is going to consider characters. If you enclose with the single quote or a double quote, it is going to consider as a string. Right. In the C, Java and all, if the character is enclosed with the single quote, it is a character, right? But in the shell script, it is a string. Okay, so I have one big string is there. See here, I'm copying this one. Here it is a one variable. It is a one variable. For this one, I have assigned the value, string value. Right. I have assigned that one string value. Right. So how to display this string variable value, guys? How to display this string variable value? Very simple. How? Echo dollar this variable name. Echo dollar variable name. Right. So you can use that flower brackets also, like this one also. Okay. So you can keep the variable name inside the flower bracket also. Even if you don't keep also, it is going to work. Even if you don't keep also, it is going to work. Right. So now I want to display this string length. String length means number of characters, right? So in the Java and C language, we have one function called as length. We have one function called as length. But in the shell script, we don't have that rich libraries. It is not going to support that length function. So what you will do, you can use that hash along with the variable name. So if you keep that hash along with the variable name, it is going to display that length. it is going to display that length, right? See, if you don't keep that flower brackets, in this case, it is very difficult. If you remove this one, flower brackets, it is not going to work. You will get a error. You will get a error, right? So that's why you have to keep that variable name within the flower brackets. Even if you don't keep also, it is going to work just for displaying that variable value. But when you are using this variable name with other purpose, like displaying the length of that particular variable, you have to keep that variable name within the flower brackets, and you have to use the hash. How to use the hash. Right? So like this, you can use it. Now I want to display the substring. I want to display the substring. Substring means this is the full string, right? So this is the full string. So some portion of full string is called as substring. See, sets we discuss means we learned, right, in mathematics. Subset, yes or no? Superset. Right. So this is one string. In this one, I want that some portion. So that is called a substring. So here, I don't want to display this one. Hi team, my name is. I want this one. I want to display like this one. Only this one. What to do? See, if you use this one, it is going to display full string. But I am expecting that substring means I want to ignore that first some characters. What to do? Just check it. How many characters you want to ignore? So just count it. 20 characters. So it is going to display that full string, but you don't want that first 20 characters. So colon 20. So if you use that colon 20 along with the variable name, so in that original string first 20 characters it is going to ignore. First 20 characters it is going to ignore, right? First 20 characters it is going to ignore, right? Now my requirement is I want only to display that Mithun radial. So this is a full string. In this I want to display only this one. Okay, what to do for that one? See, now it is displaying Mithun radial working in IBM Manyata Tech Park, right? So from this one I want to get only this one Mithun radial. Very simple. So you are expecting this is the output you want Mithun radial. So already we are getting this one Mithun radial working in IBM. From this one, how many characters you want? Just count it. 14. So keep that 14. So that time it is going to display that only this one. So first number is going to represent how many characters you want to ignore. Second number is going to represent after ignoring how many characters you want to display. So if you don't specify any number here like this one, it is going to display till end of the string. Till end of the string, it is going to display. Right? Sir, no. So like this, you can use that string. So now, so this is the original string, right? So in this original string, I want to display that last 8 characters. I want to display that last 8 characters. So for that one, we are going to use echo dollar, keep that string name colon -8. So -8, it will give that last characters in that particular string. Last characters in that particular string. Okay. Let's see. Just take this string. We'll write one example. VA. So guys, string is not that much important, but we have to know. So this is a variable name. I want to display that variable value. Right? Echo dollar the variable name. Or you can use within the parentheses also. Right? So if you want to display the substring dollar, so I want to ignore first 20 characters. Right? So I want to display only that Bhaskar DL, sorry, the DL colon first 20 characters we need to ignore, then we need to display next 14 characters. Okay, so I want to display last 8 characters. So for that one, you can use that variable name colon -8. Close the flower bracket. Right. So you can display that length. Right. Echo dollar hash that variable name. Okay. So here inside the parentheses. Right. One second. Keep that outside that dollar. Yes, it is. So Krishnendu is asking, I need to display that first 10 characters. Easily can able to answer. 0 colon 10. You see, Umashankar. Thank you, Umashankar. He already answered. 0:10. So first number, it is going to ignore that. How many characters you want to ignore? 0 characters. 0 means no characters. Then next 10 you can display it. Save it. Run. You can run the shell script. Okay. This is the size. This is a substring. This is also one substring. This is also one. Sagar is asking, sir, can we get that string length of substring? Yes, it is possible. Substring length. So that time, what you have to do, you have to assign to a one variable. So see here, we are getting that substring, right? So this one you can assign to that one variable called as sub str is equal to keep this one. Then you can use echo this one dollar hash this one. So it is going to display that substring length. If you don't assign this substring value to this one, it is not going to be. Okay. Clear? So string is not that much important, but you have to practice it. If may the interviewer may going to ask the questions. Okay. Clear, guys? Anybody have any questions? If not, we'll go to the other topic. See here. So guys, you can keep that -8 in the parentheses, or you can don't keep also, it will work. So Nitin Jan is asking, sir, actual DevOps class, when it will start? It will start on, so tomorrow. I want 2 more classes on the shell script. So Friday I'm going to start. Friday I'm going to start that actual DevOps classes. These are the fundamentals. Whatever it is required for DevOps need, I'm teaching. Okay. So bear with me, Nitin. Even if you know also, okay, you have to sometime. So next up is arithmetic operations. Already we know, right? Arithmetic operations, that operators, addition, plus, minus, subtraction, hash, forward slash, division, right? Star means multiplication. So percentage. Okay, see here, I want to add that 2 and 3. You can use it like this one, 2 plus 3. So you want to subtract from 2 minus 3. You have to subtract that 3 from 2. And you want to divide that 10 with the 2. You want to do multiplication 2 and 3. So here you have to do that modular operator. Okay, you can use that 3 or. But in the shell script, if you want to perform any arithmetic operations, you have to use one keyword called as expr. Expr keyword, right? Expr is a keyword which is going to use to perform the arithmetic operations. Without using expr, you are not able to perform the arithmetic operations in the shell script, right? So we can use like this one, right? But here we are going to get one error. Let's see what error we are going to get. So this output is 5 minus 1, 5. Here we are going to get error. We'll fix. After fixing, the result will be 6. Here What is the result of this line? Can you guess, guys? Yes, 2. Because the modular operator, it will give the remainder. Modular operator, it will give that remainder. Right. Okay. Let's see. First, we'll run this one. Arithmetic operations start sh. Save it. sh. Arithmetic operations dot sh. See, 5, 2 plus 3, 2 minus 3 minus 1. This one 10 divided by 2. 2 into 3. It is giving some error. Here 20 modular 3. 2 is the remainder. So if you want to perform modular, you have to use that one escape character. So backward slash we are going to use as a one escape character. So you have to use this backward slash. Save it now. sh arithmetic operations dot sh. Now see here 2 into 3, it is giving the 6, right? It is giving the 6, right? So if you want to display message like the addition of 2 and 3 is okay, you can use that message. The addition of 2 and 3 is 2 plus 3. Na? Save it. Use that sh arithmetic operations that sh. See, it is giving some error. Unexpected argument. So one second, let's see what is that. It is giving some error message. It is not giving. Oh, sorry, not this one. We have to use that expr. You have to use here, and echo command you have to use here. Echo the addition of 2 and 3 is expr 2 plus 3. Okay. Let's see. We can run. The addition of 2 and 3 is it is coming like 2 plus 3 only. It is coming like 2 plus 3 only. Right. It is not giving any result. But I'm expecting that 5. So for that one, so if you are going to use that echo command, this entire expression you have to keep into that inverted commas. Have to keep this one in the inverted commas. Okay, so if you don't keep in the inverted commas, it is not going to work. So guys, your inverted comma is there in your keyboard left side top corner. Tail symbol is there, na? There, that inverted comma is there. Okay, see, this is the single quote, right? So this is a double quote. This is a inverted comma. See, inverted comma is different. It's slightly fall down to the left side, right? Save it. Now you can run sh arithmetic operations dot sh. See, so the addition of 2 and 3 is 5. The addition of 2 and 3 is 5. Okay. Clear. Now I'll give you one assignment. You see, right now in this example, we are hard coding that these numbers. And one more thing, guys, very important notice: you should give the space between numbers and operator. 2 space plus space 3. You should give the space, otherwise it is not going to work. Okay, so if you don't give the space, let's see what will happen. So I am removing the space. 2 minus 3. Let's run it. See, it is going to display as this. Okay, you should keep space between numbers and the operator in the shell script. But in other languages, even if you keep the space also, it will work it. Clear? So now the assignment is write a shell script. Write a shell script to accept the two numbers from the user and perform the arithmetic operations. You have to get that two numbers from the user and you have to use those two numbers and you have to perform the arithmetic operations. Okay, so how we are going to get the two values? Use the command line arguments. Okay, see, right now we have written a one shell script called as arithmetic operations.sh and we are running like this one, sh arithmetic operations.sh. Instead of that one, sh arithmetic operations.sh, give the numbers 1 and 2. So same shell script you can use and you can pass that 20 and 30. Same shell script you can use 40 and 34. See here, same shell script it is using for any two given numbers. Earlier example, it is hard coded. We should not supposed to hard code any value in the real time. So whatever the shell script you are writing, this shell script it has to work for multiple purposes. Like a same shell script, it has to work for different two numbers, right? What to do? Very simple. Use the command line arguments. So here, instead of numbers, what you will do? What I want to replace instead of $2, $1, $2, right? You can use it. Can you write that example? One example and this. And guys, whatever the assignments I'm giving, you guys has to finish that one and write the shell script. Test yourself. Okay, whether you can able to write the shell script or not. Then you can execute that one and see the result whether you are getting correctly or not. Okay, clear? Anybody have any questions, guys, so far? Anybody have any questions on this assignment? Is it necessary to use the strings here? No need. You don't want to use the strings. Where I used the string? In this example, you are saying. Okay, so to write this shell script, you don't want to use the strings. In expr command, did I use it that? Okay, so you were saying that here use that double quotes, okay, so that whatever the space indent you are giving in each word, it is going to display. Okay. So Anand is very fast man. Okay. Clear, guys? Okay. So we'll continue the next examples in tomorrow class. So here, user interaction using the read command. We'll discuss using the read command. We'll do it that one. So Chandana Shashikant is asking, sir, I have asked you one question. Slash where slash lag messages. One file is should be zipped automatically. Okay. So he want to mark zip. He have a one file called as slash where slash lib and messages is a one file. Okay. So for this one, he has to create a zip file. Use that zip and -r if you want to any directory you want to make it zip. So zip file name messages dot zip. So which file? Messages. It is going. So here you can check that. So he's asking that some certain file size. So here use that du disk usage. So here just use that ls-l in that one. First get that grep messages. It will give that one. Okay. So only that particular. See if you see here ls-l, it is going to display that all the files, right? Then I'm going to give that ls-l output as the input to the grep command. So I want to get that this one clr.sh. See, only it is going to give, right? So from this one now, get this size. Use the cut command. Okay, go through that one video is there in the YouTube channel. Get that. So assign this variable to that one variable. So here you can write a one if condition. If size hyphen equals, suppose you are expecting that 2 GB. Okay, so then you can execute this command, zip command. Else display message file size is not reached the 2 GB. So like this you can use it. Clear? So here to get the size you can use that awk command also. So that command also I have explained, right? So like that you can get that size and you can create a zip file, right? See, you should know all the commands, then only you can able to write that shell script. Already we know zip command, right? Echo command we know, ls-l grep command, awk command, cut command, right? So without knowing the lineage commands you are not able to write the shell scripts. Clear? And before coming to the next class, everyone should finish this assignment. Okay, test yourself how much knowledge I have in the shell script, whether I can able to write the shell script. After writing, you have to execute that shell script and see that result, whether you are getting correctly or not. That running the shell script and seeing the correct output is very, very important. Okay, clear? So tomorrow we are going to discuss about that read command. Read also very, very important command, guys. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay, thank you.